Howdy, I'm Jason Lewis, and this bonkers piece of machinery next to me is a 2013 Mitsubishi EVO 10, and it's been tuned. Now, for me to just stand here and tell you how amazing this is and about the refinement of the driving characteristics would be a disservice to it. Hop on board and let's shred this canyon. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Just look at this car. At first glance, it's easy to poo-poo it as yet another small four-door sedan. But look again, and again from this angle. It gets meaner and angrier looking every time you glance at it. But this car has more than enough punch to back it all up. And then some. So not a lot has changed for the 2013 EVO 10. They've kind of upscaled the interior a little bit with some nicer door panels and some bits and pieces. And to me, that's a step in the right direction, but not quite far enough. This is a $40,000 car, which is an insane bargain for the amount of performance you get. But for what you see in front of you here, it might want to be a little bit nicer. You're up in BMW and some other nicer car territory with this range. So for the purist, I think that's why they get away with this. Now I'm kind of wondering why we have a 5-speed transmission in this car. It seems like most offerings have a 6, and I would actually think that a closer ratio 6-speed would be even more fun. Since the engine is a little bit laggy, I would appreciate having a closer set of gears, and I keep wanting to go for 6th gear. So that I'm not quite sure of, but I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments. But that's it for the nitpicky stuff. Now, onto the performance of this car. And there's a lot to talk about there. Not many cars are as perfectly suited for tuning than this platform. When the manufacturer cares enough about the balance of the car to put the battery and fluid reservoirs in the trunk, you know you're starting with something special. This EVO 10 was tuned by Mike Welch at Road Race Engineering, and he developed this budget-minded combination of parts he calls the Stunt Double Package, which consists of new cams, intercooler, stealthy exhaust, and a very well dialed in ECU program. What does all this mean in numbers? 355 horsepower to the ground for about $4,000. That's a 100 horsepower gain over stock and serious bang for the buck value. All of the driver controls in this car feel very racy. The pedals are in perfect position for heel-toe shifting. The stick shift, your hand literally falls off the wheel right onto the gear shift, and the steering wheel itself is, quite sporty, and the leather wrap on it is just about perfect. So this is truly a driver's car. This car literally feels like you could do almost anything in it, which is kind of scary. I am on these canyon roads carrying corner speeds that are terrifying only by sight on the speedo. The car is telling me through the chassis and the wheel that we're fine, go faster, you're doing great, and it's pulling me out of these things. But as I glance down to the speedo and see the speed that we're going, I realize that is not right. I mean, it does not compute for how calm and how easy it is to how fast you can actually go. This is an absolute cheater car. This makes anybody Ricky Racer. Okay, so now we are gonna take this car up the tightest, most gnarly section of road by me, and let's see what she's got. got a lot. This car is absolutely insane, the way it claws itself out of a corner. As I pushed the Evo harder up the hill, I found the stability management slightly intrusive and had a hunch that with it disabled, I would be faster. So it was back down the hill for another run with my right foot as the traction control, and sure enough, it was a little faster. Watch this corner exit with the computer aids on. And without any assistance. Notice the RPMs and wheel speeds were up, translating to a faster corner. Either way, the car stayed totally planted. I don't think I actually broke traction ever in that whole pass. So is that fun? You know, yeah, I guess so. This is not my car, so I'm not gonna wring its neck, even though Ilya, the owner of this car, absolutely encourages me to. I just can't do that to my friend's car. I'll do a little bit, but holy crap, this thing is fast. But what happens is like if you get out of the power band at all, so say a short shift here, it's like lag, 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 and then holy shut the front door and you're going. Wow. I get it. I totally get it. Now I want one. For a car that's doing so much work for you behind the scenes with little zeros and ones, doing math and sending power to different places, this car is still so engaging because it requires you to react to the road that's whizzing by you at speeds that you don't quite make sense. You're like, tires are barely complaining and I am ripped through a corner. So if you were to ask me before I shot this video if I wanted this car or a car like this, I would have said absolutely not. No, you know, I get them, they're cool, and you know, there's nothing not to like about them, but they're not my thing. But now, holy crud, do I want this car. This is an absolute blast. It is super high rewarding. I didn't think a car that did so much for you would be a true driver's car, but this absolutely is, and it is worth every penny. So until next time, I'm Jason Lewis. Enjoy your drive.